Hey, how you doing? So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, stuff like that, so just try to bear with me and stuff. So I went online and I'm looking to see how I can change the spark plugs on my 2013 LR2 because I have a slight misfire on cylinder 1, and it's really hard to find those videos, so I thought I'd make one. So I went online and I got the spark plugs right here. You can see right here is the number for them. 4 spark plugs, and I bought these off of a store on eBay called Miami British. Now I've dealt with Miami British, Atlantic British, and Pacific British. Now Pacific and Atlantic combined, but I bought these two Miami British because they're actually having a sale on them. So, and these are the spark plugs. These are the ones that were recommended, and they're made by Ford. And I always wondered if this was a Ford EcoBoost motor, because I know Ford made an EcoBoost back in this time frame. And you know, right here is in the box, Motorcraft trade, 1 spark plug, recommended. Now right here it says spark plug gap is not adjustable. So, you know, a lot of people talk about, you know, gap in the spark plugs and stuff, but these are those rhodium spark plugs, and they're a little different. It also has the torque to 7 to 14 pounds. And then when you open the box, you know, there's the Ford, the number, and then you can see how the rhodium spark plug looks a little different. So let me get everything set up and grab my tools and everything, and then okay, so I know the first thing you have to do is you have to take this cover off. So just for to know, I have not ever taken any of this apart before, so this is my first time ever trying this. But these, I understand, they just pop on, and this one I can feel another one over here. You know, there we go. Just had to get my finger under there. Okay, so here's the coils. 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course the spark plugs are underneath them. Okay, so this right here, you can shape like an egg. If you squeeze on the 2 sides, this will pop out. And then these are just stuck down in a little V channel. Get that, and I'll just leave it loose. Okay, had to reset. Okay, so to get this air line out of the way, you just squeeze right here, and it'll come up, and then you can unclamp it out of here and then get it out of the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera where I figure out what size of bolts these are, and then I'll cut it back on. Okay, so here's the coils. So to take them off, you pull back on this little gray clip right here, and then pull out. So pull back on the gray clip. This little air hose just does not want to stay out of my way. Pull back on the gray clip. Alright, so they're all out of the way. Now taking a 5/16, let me see if I can. Five sixteenths, that's broke loose, that's broke loose. So if this breather was off, it'd make it a little bit easier, but I'm not going to take it off for my purposes. So 5/16. So let me take all these bolts out. Okay, so I broke all the bolts loose, and instead of trying to get under there and mess around with the tools and stuff, they're coming out very, very easily with my fingers. So that's a good thing. See about this last one back here. This last one's it's the hardest one to get to, and I don't have a tool sockets with that you can what's that called, that adjust on the end. So oh, here we go. So I broke it loose, and now I'm just turning it with my fingers, and it's coming out nice and easy. So I'm going to continue taking these out, and voila, it's out. So all four of those are out. So right on top of my engine here, some dirt. If I was outside, I could have blown it off, but I have this open, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little handy dandy DeWalt vacuum right here. I'm just gonna take the hose and suction out down here, but I'm not gonna do it on camera because of all the crazy noise. Okay, so all the unhooked, got the thing out. So right here is the this thing, I can't remember what it's called. So this has a number 3 on it. Reason being is I've had this misfire on cylinder 1, and my mechanic replaced this one boot. So that's why this one has a 3 and rest of them. And right here, FOMOCO, Ford Motor Company. So these are also made by Ford. So let me I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this one spark plug out, and then I'll do the rest. So hang tight. Okay, so right here I have a spark plug socket. It's a 5/8 inch. It's magnetized, and I put a big extension on. So get down in here, get it lined up. Start cranking. And it pulls it up, and this spark plug looks pretty rough. So this is cylinder 1. This is my misfire cylinder. So, and you can see Ford right there on the spark plug, it comes out. And then here's a comparison between the two. Try to get on that little right here. So old, new, cylinder 1. Alright, so I got the new spark plug in the ratchet. So try to get down there, get it started. I'm taking the ratchet off just so I can feel by hand. That way I'll be able to tell if anything is going not right, cross threading or anything like that. If I have the power of the ratchet, I won't be able to feel that. And then I'm just going to snug it down, and then I'll be back in a second to tighten it down. Okay, so I have this little digital torque thing that you can put on any wrench or stuff. So, and it says to go to 14 foot-pounds. So I'm cranking, there's 9, 10, it's beeping at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now the reason it beeped at 12 is I couldn't get it to set at 14. I don't know why. It's first time using it, so I got to work out the things. But you can see right there, I set the torque at 14.04. So, and it says on the book to go to 4. So I'll do another little test, a little review on this thing when I figure it out better. All right, so here's boot number 2. Boot number 3. It's actually a coil, not a boot. And coil number 4. So I just put them up on my front of my vehicle in the order they go. So I'm going to go through and replace all of these spark plugs just like I did the first one, and then I'll be back. There's no need for you to watch me do those. Alright, just for reference, here's spark plug number 2. Okay, I went into this and I think I changed it to where it's right now. So let me see. So I tightened the spark plug down hand tight. Put this on here. Put this on here. Nope, there it goes. Look, it's working right. It's beeping at 12. There we go. So 14.13. So I'll link this in the description, and I'll probably do a review on it later. It's working. I mean, so far it's a whole lot less expensive than one of these torque wrenches like this. I think I paid like 30 bucks for this, and just a torque wrench by itself is well over 100. Okay, here's number 3. Try to put it on that gray piece of metal right there so you can see. There's number 3. Alright, the third spark plug is in. Let me, there we go. Trying to get my wrench in a good place. All right, there we go. Start cranking. Looking for 14. There's 12, 13, 14. And here's the last one. Alright, so I got the 4th one in. Put my little torque thing on there. Put my wrench on here. And start cranking. And it's going to beep at 12. Let me know I'm getting close. Beeps faster at 13. And at 14 it had the different audible tone, and 14 is what I have it set for. So I'll definitely do a review on this. Okay, so spark plugs in, out, then back in. All right, so here's the coils. I have them up here in order. Don't know if you can see it or not. So get those back on and push and make sure they're nice and seated. Okay, so they're back on. So now, time to put the bolts back in. So get it back there and start tightening it down. There we go. Make sure it gets lined up and start tightening them down. So I got that one started. Got that one started. That one started. And that one started. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these down. Okay, so to tighten up coil 1 and 2, you know, you can use a 5/16 socket. You can get in here really easy. Now I don't have the one that has a little adjustable thing on the end, so this doesn't quite get in there. But the 5/16 wrench, if you put it on here at this angle right here, you got plenty of room to tighten them this way. And then on this one, it's actually easier. If you go from the back, you can actually just hold it down and tighten it down from the back, and it works. So you don't have to remove this. It might make it easier, but I tried to remove it and I couldn't figure it out. So, and I didn't want to break nothing, so I just tightened it back down and figured out I just work a way around it. So you can do it with just a socket and a wrench. It's no problem. Okay, so spark plugs out, in, coils on, coils tight. Now I have this hose right here. If y'all remember, it goes right here. See if I can remember. Okay, push it on, it snaps in place. Then you got this little holder right here. Just push it down, it snaps in place. Okay, so now coil wires. Slide the coil wire in. Push the gray thing forward. Push it in. Slide the gray forward. Push it in. Slide the gray forward. Okay, so this little, that's what I'm talking about. So when you want to take it off, you slide this gray piece back. It just pulls back to take it off. Then when you put it back on, you put the piece in and slide it back. So push it in, and then it locks into place. So that's in. Oh, look at that. This one wasn't in. So let me do this again. Okay, now it's in. All right, look at that. All right, so when you do these, make sure the gray piece is back. And make sure you push it in and hold it in when you push the gray piece forward. 2 of my 4 were loose because I didn't do it right. So tug on it, make sure it's on there, because almost. Okay. And then, all right, so everything is back. So now let me put the case back on it. The top, I mean. Okay, so the top has 4 things that hold it on. You got one here, one here, and one here. So try to line these suckers up, which don't never want to work the right way. Hey, look at that. 2, 3. Okay, I couldn't do that again like that if I wanted to. So I just tried to line these up, and then it popped right in place. So I hope this helps somebody out that wants to change their spark plugs and the coils, because to change the coils, it's the exact same thing. I'll be changing the coils later, maybe. Next thing I gotta do on this is change the oil. I'm just waiting on it to be delivered. So I hope that helps somebody, because when I looked online, you know, I couldn't really find too much about the 2013 to 15 Land Rovers LR2s. So if you have any other questions about these, let me know. I have a 2008 and a 2013, and they're different, like different motors, transmissions, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. So if you have any questions about either model, let me know. I've owned them since they're brand new, both of them. So all right, until next time, thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody out. Country Boy 360 out.